Hello and welcome to Getting Drunk with Madhura Vogue. I'm Priyanka, as you all know, and I'm so excited. I have like literally fangirl moment happening here today because I'm sitting with my favorite actress, Jamie. Thank you so much.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Ever since I started following you on Instagram, you have been one of those person who gives me hope every
that's so
day.
sweet.
No, it's really honest,
That is sweet.
things because your comedy is so nice, clean, and your reels and everything you put out on digital has always been that thing that I want to see what next Jamie is doing. So coming to your school, you are a Mumbai girl. You
Yes.
studied in Jamnabai Nursery School, and I saw that you've given some interesting interviews about your school life. But if I have to put it like in very simple words, how were you as a student?
It was a very fancy school.
Yeah, it's one of the leading schools in Bombay.
So I was one of those kids, and padhai maybe I was very average. I would say below average. So it was quite a struggle for me to get to pass. But yeah, somehow managed.
Okay, but then the
Decent
whole love
numbers.
for camera and this whole
There was
thing.
nothing of
Nothing
that
while
sort.
growing
Acha,
up.
So growing up, a lot of celebrity kids, a lot of actors, star kids went to my school. Okay, Alia Bhatt was also from Jamnabai.
Wow.
Kareena Kapoor, the Deol family, a lot of people were from my school. So it was just, they just assume कि अच्छा अगर आप actor के child हो, if you're a star kid, then you will grow up to be an actor. So my brother grew up with that confidence कि हाँ, I am तो going to act only. And everybody around him was like, हाँ, ये तो actor बनेगा, अभी से इसको थोड़ा सा hello, hi, star. They were all like, they used to treat him like a star. But for me, nobody felt कि इसमें कुछ है कोई बात.
So it's so tough to
Yeah,
believe.
but then somehow because everybody else knew they would become actors, they also assumed that I would probably pick this line, but they were like, नहीं ये तो कुछ नहीं कर सकती. Like she's so quiet, like there's no spark, nothing. I was forced into like dramatics because they were like अरे जॉनी लीवर की बेटी है, कुछ तो आता होगा इसको, कुछ तो अंदर होगा. But there was nothing special.
Okay.
So doing this is a complete surprise. A lot of my teachers are like, ये क्या हुआ? कौन सी गोली खाई तूने? क्या किया? कौन सा surgery करा है? कुछ brain surgery? कुछ हुआ है?
While growing up,
Yeah.
Bollywood was so close to you. You were like, you must be seeing so many people coming to you and, family and everything. And because of Johnny Sir also. Was there a fangirl moment? And which was that first actor you had a little crush on as a kid?
Yes, I remember two instances, I'll tell you. Once was when we went for one shoot when I was really young. Dulhan Hum Le Jayenge.
Okay.
And that my dad was shooting for it in Switzerland.
Wow.
So because it was Switzerland, he said, no, I'll take the whole family along. So we went there. And it was the first time that I saw an actress get ready. Like I saw Karishma Kapoor get ready in the van before going on set. It was so exciting to me. And she was like, the way she was instructing her hairdresser, ये pin दिख रहा है, इसको ठीक करो, ये इसको सही करो, ये matching नहीं है. That was just so exciting, just watching the whole process of, like for an actor to before she goes on set. That was one thing where I thought, wow, yes, Karishma Kapoor. Though she was very like kind and very normal around us. And another time, I was never initially I was never a Shah Rukh Khan fan. Sorry, but like it was never like, oh wow, like I love Shah Rukh. No, he was okay, yet another actor. But I had a personal one-on-one like encounter or meeting with him where we were doing a show and he was hosting the show. He invited us as guests on the show, me and my father. And oh my god, what an aura. What a person. Like I was just smitten. I was like, wow, like that's no wonder people call him King Khan. There were some 15 people from the creative team. They could have told us कि भाई show ऐसा है, आपको ये script करना है, आपको यहाँ से वहाँ चल के जाना है. No, he did not have it. He was like, you guys chill it. I am going to explain my guests कि क्या करना है.
Wow.
He went through the script. He went over the script like thrice with us, Priyanka.
Wow.
Like, he explained to us, Johnny bhai, हम ये करेंगे. आप समझे? Jamie, did you understand? Kiku, did you understand it? He's individually asked everybody if he understood. He said, नहीं, आप नहीं समझे? Don't worry, I will go over it again. 3 times he's gone over the script. Even when we went on set, he was instructing us, he was helping us out, he was like, guiding us. And then he gave me some hints. He pulled me to the side. He's like, Jamie, Johnny bhai ko thoda samajh mein nahi aa raha. You gotta handle this, so you do this. And I was like,
Wow.
this is Shah Rukh Khan. Like, what is going on?
Wow. That's
Fan moment.
That's
And-
such a interesting thing I've heard, that he's such a charmer and
He's a charmer for sure.
but
also-
being such a good human, and
Yeah.
making
And I think so committed to the
the
art
cause.
without having any
Yeah.
egos or
Yeah.
pride about, okay, I'm Shah Rukh Khan, I'm not supposed to be doing these small things. No. He's so committed and so into everything he does, gives it 100%.
So that was your moment of liking the Bollywood
Absolutely.
as it
And I
is,
felt
you
like
know?
I was so inspired by how he was, just his behavior,
Yeah.
just demeanor. I was so inspired by who he was in totality. I was like, I gotta be like this man.
That's really nice. Jamie, I read about you in Open Magazine, one of the interviews where Johnny Sir is also being, has given some bylines. And
Okay.
there you have candidly shared about how he didn't want you to come into the Bollywood industry, initially, and even your brother.
Yeah.
So how was that transition like, being a fangirl, because it was in the family, but how was it like when you started working, or started being in the industry? Was it a struggle at home?
Well, actually, firstly, it was a shocker for everyone to know that I'm getting into this industry because I had a sales job.
Oh,
Yeah, I
I
had a
remember
proper,
London.
sales
You
job.
were in London.
Yeah, and I was like, sales job, making cold calls. I had to hit my targets, and it was one of those jobs. And I think my parents thought, "Ki chalo, London mein hai, she has a job, she's secure, she'll probably settle down there." And they wanted a very simple, secure life for me. Nothing too crazy, nothing too wild.
Yeah.
So the fact that I was interested in this was like, ये क्या हो गया भाई? My dad said, मेरे पैसे बर्बाद हो गए इतना MA करने के लिए तुझे भेजा लंदन. He's like, क्या किया तूने? What is this? What is going on? You went to study marketing and you're coming back to me telling me you want to do comedy. क्या है? But then once he gave me a go ahead. I mean, I knew what I wanted to do, but I needed his kind of support and approval also.
Yeah.
And once he gave me the go ahead and I came here, yes, it was a bit crazy. The life was a bit crazy because my dad is a very protective father. And he's a typical South Indian father. Doesn't like, girls going out. Like, he didn't like me staying out very late.
Yeah.
I was not allowed to go for sleepovers and all also growing up. So it was a lot for him to say कि भाई 12 बजे तक shooting है या 4 बजे आ रही है and 5 बजे सुबह जाना है. It was a lot for him to kind of take in.
Yeah.
Because as a father, he just wanted to protect me, but as a mentor, as a guru, as a guide, as a senior artist, he wanted me to flourish. He wanted me to grow, and he knew this is the only way.
You mentioned about the first show you did with Sony, that Comedy Ka Mahabali.
Yes.
Which is one of the oldest comedy show, even before Kapil Sharma. And there I saw a very cute picture of you and Bharti. And dressed up as honeybees.
Honeybees, yes.
And I mean, you all even auditioned. How was that like, for, entering, and because comedy is so much about timing and you're a great actor, but when it comes to facing the camera and doing the timing right is such a skill, to develop. So how was it?
I learned on the job, Priyanka, because as you know, like I said, my background was marketing and I had no training in comedy, no training in acting. I never went to an acting school, never really took up any workshop or anything. So I was so raw, and the only background I had was doing stage plays in university, college. But I participated in a lot of college festivals, so that was my only experience in the performing arts.
Okay.
But uske alawa kuch nahi. So when I went on stage, I did not know where the camera is. I did not know where to face, what are my angles, where to take your light. People said take your light. And I was like, bhai, kidhar hai? Light de. Main le leti hu. And I was like, no, you have to take. Stand in the right position so the light is hitting your face. I
These
did
are
not
technical
know.
things. How would you know?
I had no idea. And also timing and the action, reaction, comebacks, script, how to
Balance.
deliver and balance everything accurately. I had no idea at all. So I was learning on the job.
Wow. Wow.
Best advice my director gave me was, he said, Jamie, comedy is all about timing and pace.
Hmm.
So he's like, keep the pace. Keep the pace. Do not kahin drag nahi hone dena hai. Khatak, 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 khatak. That's what I need from you.
Wow.
And that was always at the back of my mind, that I need to keep pace. So yeah, that was something that was, my experience from Comedy Circus. But yeah, I learned from everybody.
It's very few Indian actresses opt for comedy, you know, and you've been very bold and fearless about being in this domain.
Yeah.
But did you ever feel that, it's out of the convention? Yeah, I don't want, maybe this is something which is too unconventional for an actress in India to be in the comic space?
I think I didn't realize it until I was into it.
Okay.
You know, I went after what my heart wanted. And I just went without even thinking so much or strategizing. Really.
Okay.
I think a lot of young talents right now strategize.
Yeah.
They have a PR team, they've got managers, they've got a staff team, and they strategize they know clearly how to position themselves. I'm going to be that kind of an actor. These are the kind of posts I'll have. This is my look. This is how I want to, be seen. There was zero strategy. For me, I just jumped in. Sida dive mar. And once I got in, then I realized, people are viewing me in a very different way.
Yeah, it became very unique. I mean, your spot today, if I have to consider, no other Indian actress has it, which
yeah,
is
but I think
comedy.
initially as Priyanka, it was like, people were confused because firstly, not many female comedians. It's a very male-dominated society that we live in. And also in the comedy industry, it was dominated by the males. So there were no female comedians, next to nobody. There was only Bharti who had just picked up. It's still very new. So, and also female comedians doing stand-up was such a new concept.
Yes.
So on stage it was a struggle because generally people don't find women funny. They don't. That's the mindset.
Yeah.
So when I would go on stage, people would be like, "Acha, ye hasaegi, sunna padega, pakaegi." That was the mindset. So we had to kind of break that.
Yeah.
Now people are so much more open.
Yes.
10 years down the line, now I'm just seeing it, sitting back and thinking, wow, people have changed. They're open to anything.
Yeah.
And it's good.
Yeah.
Social media has helped us.
Yes.
Media has helped us. So everything's come together. But I think back then, yes, there was a very small space for us.
When you were coming to, becoming that person, spending a lot of time in comic, mastering your craft there, were you ever feared about the stereotypeness? Or
again, at that time, for me, it was like, I'm just going to take up whatever job comes to me. As a kaam mil raha hai, le lo. Then I didn't think so much about getting typecast or stereotype. And I thought, chalo, koi baat nahi hai. If I'm going to be seen as a bi in one movie, I'm just thinking of the opportunity, the eyeballs, and maybe the script.
Yes.
So I didn't think about, people are going to now offer me bi kind of roles only. And it did happen.
Oh, it did.
After my first film, I was offered 4 other films which was only bi ka roles. And I said, nahi, mujhe nahi karna hai. I want to do something different. But then I realized, no, people have seen me do that and they think, yahi acha hai, yahi karate raho.
It's like a formula where they also want to act safe and they want you to play
It's
your
a tried and
comfort.
tested thing.
Yeah.
It works for them. They've seen me do it. It's successful. Let her do it again.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But as an artist, you want to be pushed. You want to be, you want to break those boundaries. Try something different.
And breaking boundaries right now with Yatris. I'm so excited about
Thank
your
you.
movie and your character Meenu Sharma that you're playing. It is so different, because when I was reading about it, it's like this girl who's in the family, trying to keep the family together, yet one of those person who wants to, also correct the family at the right places.
Yeah.
So how was it preparing for the character and how was it like, when
I was
you were...
just so nervous.
Uh-huh.
Firstly, mimicry karte, doing so many impersonations somehow, I forgot what my voice sounded like. And a lot of people would be like, we've never heard your voice. We didn't know you sound like this. You have a nice voice. And now for Meenu, I had to just use my voice. There was no accent.
Okay.
There was no character. There was no crazy quirk or anything. I was not hiding behind.
Find your own self in that character.
Yeah, I had to really find myself and I had to find my voice, Meenu's voice, which was just, it's simple. She's a simple girl. So that was a little bit of a made me nervous. I would say. And then I think my director was really helpful in the whole process because I completely surrendered myself. I said, "Sir, मुझे नहीं आता. Please, आप मुझे बताओ. Like I know how to do this. I can make faces. I know how to go over the top and go crazy. I don't know how to control myself." So he told me. He said, "Jamie, now my study, my mantra, keeping the pace." Had to be completely now reversed.
Wow.
Which was, my director said, "Jamie, ठहराव." भाई मैं क्या करूँ? भागो या रुको? So he said, for this movie, he said, मुझे ठहराव चाहिए. Take your time.
Okay.
Don't rush with your dialogues.
Nice.
So that was एक advice that he gave me. So I had to, now this I had to keep at the back of my mind. Ki I need to, just be more calm, poised. Take my time, say my lines around, mean it, feel it. So it was a different experience.
Yeah, and I'm so looking forward to that character. I'm sure this is going to be a very different shift as well. Jamie, I know your chemistry with your brother on screen, and you're the elder one.
Yes.
How is it like at home? Were you guys like fighting all the time?
Oh God, growing up, he pulled my hair so much that आधे बाल मेरे इसीलिए चले गए. बचपन में इतने खींचता था मेरे बाल. We used to fight a lot.
Okay.
But I think right now we've grown up to become such good friends, and also being in the same field helps a lot. Okay. We're constantly helping each other grow. He is an actor and he also writes. So we discuss a lot, like work-wise, creatively, we're constantly discussing concepts, ideas, scripts, actors, movies, constantly discussing all of these things. In fact, he's the more mature one. The two of us. I'm more naive, I would say.
Okay.
I'm more naive and sometimes innocent, and my mother says, "इतनी भोली है तू, मत कर, वो थोड़ा सा तो समझ के कर." I will just do things without even thinking.
But that's your true nature.
Yeah,
you
my
can't
true
change
nature.
it.
I don't like to think इसका मतलब क्या है, सोच क्या रहा है.
And as a comedian or as a person who's so true to your art, at times I think this comes very naturally that you end up going with the flow.
I just go with the flow
and
right,
trusting people.
But like he is more like he's more wise, so he advises me a lot of times. No, don't do this. Just you relax, take your time, do this. Think about it.
Nice.
So like that. So it's nice. We help each other.
That's good. Coming to one of your passions, which is music and singing, So I was just thinking in my mind, if Jamie had to ever do like a theatrical show like Sound of Music, would you want to do
100%.
that? Something like that.
I think I really admire people who can sing and dance and act together. That's why I think growing up we saw a lot of Michael Jackson videos.
Yeah.
And there was so much more than just the singing, It was the singing, but yes, the overall performance, the magic he created on stage.
There's no big performer than him till now.
And he would dance, and he had these gimmicks of like disappearing, appearing from anywhere, jumping, doing your moonwalks, and then also singing. There was always like dancers, and there was always like some kind of act that they did together. And because my dad was such a big fan, so he always he used to go whenever he'd travel, he'd buy tapes of live performances. So we had a lot of Michael Jackson tapes at home. So he never had the time to watch any of it. वो खरीदते थे रखते थे. And we as kids used to remove his tapes and keep watching. That was our entertainment growing up. So somewhere in my subconscious mind was going, like wow, ये क्या है? So I love that, the concept of just performing in front of a live audience, singing, dancing, acting.
Yeah.
So I would love to do. In fact, I did a musical,
Oh wow! When was that?
Rahil Padamsi.
Yes.
She put up a musical many years ago, very early on in my career. I just started doing television at that time, and she was putting up Grease, the musical.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so I auditioned for it. I cracked that part. So it was a very small part that I did, but a lot of singing, dancing. So we had some 6 months of training, and we did like couple of shows, I think 10 shows in Mumbai.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we performed at NCPA and Andrews.
And now with Namak being at our disposable thing,
I can't wait. I feel like if I get an opportunity, 100% I will do it.
I would love to see that. It would be so much fun to see like you on stage or with the singing side of
Absolutely, absolutely.
it. You've been really inspiring. You know, your content on digital is so inspiring. It's so clean also, you know, because whenever I look at your comedy and your reels, it's so much non-trashy, as we say, which is the route a lot of people take these days when they want to get noticed. Quick fame
Quick
is
fame.
yeah. So how do you balance, you know, because it's a tough job, you know. There are days when you must be thinking, "Arey, iski reel viral gayi," or even the bigger ones use those trashy languages.
I'm very competitive. So it bothers me कि अरे इसने ऐसे किया और एक स्लोमो स्पिन में इसको 5 million कैसे मिल गए? You know? Oh, okay, just because she's wearing a sleazy top like that and whatever. Sorry. So, but just because she's looking like this and she gets some 10 million views, and I get very irritated. But ठीक है, चलो, there's an audience for it. So I have to like sit down and calm myself down and think logically. There's an audience for it. They like and they appreciate things like that. Fine. Priyanka, I just want to stay true to myself. I can't do something that makes me uncomfortable.
Sure.
I'm not someone who just actually I don't like cussing so much. So I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it unnecessarily.
Sure.
And especially on stage, because for me work is worship. So it's a very holy thing that I'm doing. I don't want to make it ganda by doing anything, you know, which will just spoil it for me. It's a very holy thing to me. So whether I'm dancing or singing or doing any kind of comedy, I'll do just something that I feel like, okay, I'm just being organic and natural and I'm not doing anything out of my comfort zone or forcing myself to do something just ajeeb sa. That's why my comedy is the way it is. You know, it's the kind of humor I like. It comes very natural.
Very clean, very nice, and yet very inspiring.
And it's not like I'm really trying very hard to be or stick to that kind of style. Nahi. That is really who I am. So that is what you will see on my social media. And I don't do things unnecessarily to get too many views. I don't. Yes, I love collaborating with people. I love collaborating with different artists. I love trying and experimenting different things, which I do on my social media. You'll see lots of variety.
Yeah, that keeps it interesting as well.
Oh, wow. Ye bhi.
Yeah, it's a full entertainment. Once you're on your gram, you can easily spend half an hour there.
Good. I'm so glad. But like, it's just, and it's my, it's kind of like a creative outlet for me. If I'm feeling something like I want to be creative, I want to do something, then I just put it out there.
Wow.
Now, again, no strategy there as well. Now, so what happened was when I was doing television, I got stuck in one like a routine kind of thing. You know, like I was doing the same
comedy,
same style, and same artist. I was like them. They were asking me to impersonate the same actor. It was just becoming very repetitive. So when COVID happened, it was obviously we were all out of work. We had no jobs. I had nothing on me, and I had 100K followers at that time during COVID. And I said, and I was just sitting and I was looking at my Instagram and I thought, it's my 100K followers. Why are they following me? To be entertained. They followed me from all the previous work that I've done. They like my work and they're following. But now my audience can't see me because I'm not coming on any shows and I don't have jobs. So do I just leave them there or should I entertain them because that's my job? I have to entertain them, whether I'm making money or not. That was my motivation to start making videos. Literally, there was no.
So good.
I was like, 100K people are following me right now. मैं उनको क्या बेच रही हूँ? मुझे क्या खाना तो देना पड़ेगा. मेरी audience भूखी मर जाएगी. And I don't want them to forget me. And they followed me for a reason.
And that exploded, you know. And today 1.x million, 3, and still growing.
In 2 years,
it's been such since COVID.
So I just started putting content, and but honestly, that has been a blessing for me because I did so many things that I never, I couldn't experiment on like.
Because
TV.
that is your channel, it's your creative outlet.
इधर तो मैं कुछ भी कर सकती हूँ, full freedom. तो बिंदास मैंने content बनाना शुरू कर दिया, and then things just changed.
And we are looking forward to each and every reel as it comes out. Next, many more coming out, I'm sure, as you. Small segment for all our community members called Getting Drunk with Madravo. Yes, you're not drinking with us today, but yes, there is a drink here.
I am drinking.
And the segment is either you take a sip if you don't want to answer the question, or you answer the question.
Okay, fine.
So yeah, you will finish your drink, I guess. by the
Chalo,
time.
let's go.
So first question is, if you had to spend a day with a celebrity you have impersonated, okay, like you have already acted with that person, acted about that person. The options are Amitabh Bachchan or Kangana Ranaut. Who would you choose to be with?
It's got to be Amitabh Bachchan, yeah. That's very obvious. I mean, not like I don't like Kangana Ranaut, but I feel like I could get into trouble if I'm with her. So I think Amit is a safe bet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Otherwise, I'll come out saying, "Mere talai kharab hai yaar." No, I don't want to do that. Amit is fine.
If there was a comedy face-off,
Yeah.
and you had to either choose to act with your dad in it,
Okay.
or be on the team against him, which one would you choose?
What do you mean against me?
As in versus, like if it was him.
Oh, on his
you-
side or
on-
like versus? Oh gosh, why will I be versus? मैं तो हार ही जाऊंगी. I better be on his side. मैं
Okay.
जीतूंगी ना कुछ तो. Because you need one strong, तगड़ा person on your side ना. Safe bet.
Safe bet.
Yeah.
You had to impersonate,
Impersonate them
a Hollywood person for 1 year.
for a whole year.
Yes.
My God, that'll be boring. but I love Meryl Streep. I actually do really love her. So maybe Meryl Streep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
1 year.
Yeah,
Wow.
okay.
That's a lot of commitment.
It's a lot of commitment. क्या कर लिया पंगा ले लिया मैंने ठीक है I guess Meryl Streep but Meryl Streep from Devil Wears Prada
Oh wow.
because that is a fun character
Yes.
yeah if I could be her yes then I could do anything I could do anything yeah that'd be fun
Would you rather perform a stand-up routine entirely in Punjabi or in English? What would your pick be?
यार मैं तो पंजाबी नहीं बोली जाती यार मैं तो इंग्लिश में बोल दूंगी पंजाबी मुझे आती नहीं है इतनी तो मैं बोल नहीं पाऊंगी I won't be able to sustain it I'll probably just say oh बल्ले बल्ले finish I think English is manageable
If you could do a cameo from a Bollywood classic like Raj Kapoor classic or like a classic from say Dharma, which one would you pick? You know, which movie would you pick?
I would say a Dharma film yeah because I feel like growing up I've seen Dharma films and they are like just so like larger than life and such amazing sets and I
Would
mean
you want to run on snow?
Yes, of
wearing
course.
the
Yeah,
sari
I want to wear
and-
saris and run and yeah, a classic Dharma film. I love K3G and all of that. So yeah, yes.
Okay. For a special comedy sketch, would you rather impersonate a politician or a popular TV character? Which one would you
No,
choose?
I'm not a politician. I don't want to get in trouble at all. Please, I don't want Morcha coming to my house. Yes, I'll do a TV artist. And I'll be like, God, रसोड़े में कौन था? I would love that. क्या सोच रही हो? मुझसे बदला लोगी? मैं नागिन 8 हूँ. I do all of that.
You're natural in that.
Yeah.
Last but not the least, if you had to choose a character of Johnny Sir again,
Yeah.
From Bazigar or from Khiladi, which one would you pick?
Oh, मेरे छोटे छोटे बच्चे. I think Bazigar. So Bazigar is my favorite, all-time favorite Johnny Lever film. So it's got to be Babulal because that character was so amazing and it was created by him.
Okay.
So they did say कि हाँ भुलक्कड़ थोड़ा crazy थोड़ा सटका हुआ type we want, but he created it along the way as they were shooting the film. They improvised कि चलो ऐसे करेंगे चाय में ऐसे कर देंगे इसमें चाय पत्ती नहीं डालेंगे और you know the कील जो दरवाजे में लगती है वो ऐसे कर देंगे सर पे मारेंगे that was all improvised. So I think that was such a I don't want to spoil it though the character is like a masterpiece in itself. But yes, maybe another version of Babulal I would like.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
And we would love to see it.
Yeah.
And Jamie, you've been so honest. You did not drink even one.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I
and
didn't.
you were such a honest celebrity.
Is there a hamper?
Yes.
Oh my! No way! Thank you so much. Yay! Oh, this is really sweet. I was actually waiting कि कुछ hamper आएगा. सच में आ गया यार. I love gifts. So.
Yeah, and we love
और भी
giving
कुछ
all
है तो
our
दे दो.
community say gifts to the person who's coming and taking out time for the community.
Thank you so much. This
Thank
is really
you.
sweet
Thank
of
you
you.
so much.
I've enjoyed being here Enjoy talking to you.
Thank you.